So it begins. How's it going today, officer? I'm recording this, but not you, just me. So, and I'm glad you're here. You're going to see me on the 19th. But you do remember I said I was guilty. Okay, good. But who is it for?
So, this is the protection order for John Connolly.
That's perfect. Yes, that's perfect.
Here, I'll get out.
Yeah, certainly. Do you want to step inside so we're not in freezing weather? Okay. But yes, that is perfect. But I know, is this with protections or without?
What do you mean?
Is it with protections?
Well, I got to read you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We'll go through the whole thing. All right.
Do you mind if I smoke? Or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Do you have your ID on your list?
Yes.
I just got to
Oh, this is for her. Yes, sir. Now, would that mean from 17 Lamson Street, stay minimum distance, or where's
Well,
it?
it has its stuff marked right out, so
Okay.
we'll go over the whole thing. And where were you born, bro?
Kingston, New York, like Kingston, Jamaica. And I'm, 5'11", brown hair, blue eyes.
Right.
Wish I was your height. You didn't see the video, did you?
What video is that?
The one that the crazy guy came and you guys chased him away.
I saw it.
Yeah, he ended up, I had his kids, his son and his daughter-in-law smash pies in my face.
Oh, good.
So we all settled the beef. I told him he gets to smash a big one in my face. Because he's a man. He actually came out. He was crazy, but he came out to defend his wife's honor, so.
There you go. All right, so plaintiff John Connolly Jr., okay,
Okay.
goes through all this here, as you can see.
Yeah.
Court has found as evidence by this order that it has jurisdiction over the parties and subject matter, and the defendant, upon service, will be given reasonable notice and opportunity to be heard. The defendant is restrained from committing further acts or stalking or acts of abuse or threats of abuse.
Certainly.
The defendant shall not follow the plaintiff or appear in proximity of the residence, place of employment, or school of the plaintiff, or follow or appear at any other place where the plaintiff may be. The defendant is prohibited from coming within 300 feet of the plaintiff. So everything checked off, I'm going to read.
No, yeah, certainly. And who signed it? Was it Forrest or?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And you'll get all this here.
Yeah.
The defendant shall not stalk or abuse the plaintiff. The defendant shall not follow the plaintiff or appear in proximity of the residence, place of employment, or school of the plaintiff, or follow or appear at any other place where the plaintiff may be. The defendant is prohibited from coming within 300 feet of the plaintiff. The defendant shall not have any contact with the plaintiff, whether the person is through third person, including but not limited to contact by telephone, letters, fax, texting, social media, email, the sending or delivery of gifts, or any other method unless specifically authorized by the court. The defendant shall not enter the premises or the curtilage where the plaintiff resides except when the defendant is accompanied by a peace officer and, upon reasonable notice to the plaintiff, is allowed entry by the plaintiff for the sole purpose of retrieving toiletries, medication, clothing, business equipment, and any other items as determined by the court. The defendant shall not contact the plaintiff at or enter the plaintiff's place of employment, school, or leaves it blank. The defendant shall not stalk or abuse plaintiff relatives, including children, regardless of the place of residence or members of the plaintiff's household. The defendant shall not take, convert, or damage any property in which the plaintiff has legal or an equitable interest. The defendant shall relinquish to a peace officer all firearms, ammunition in his control, ownership, or possession.
Promise I have none.
All right.
Not to interrupt.
Nope. Or the possession of any person on behalf of the defendant, and the defendant is prohibited from purchasing or obtaining any firearms or ammunition during the pendency of this order. The defendant shall also relinquish all deadly weapons as defined in New Hampshire RSA 625.11, subsection 5, which may have been used, intended to be used, threatened to be used, or could be used in an incident of stalking.
I promise the only thing I have is a tripod, no weapons. Okay. And you guys can search my place.
That's right. These
Worst
weapons
thing
may
you'll find
include
is
the
a
following. It doesn't list any, okay?
Yeah.
And the defendant shall relinquish all concealed weapon permits and a hunting license. You know those two.
No, none of that. I've never shot a gun.
Okay. and it just goes through here.
I'll
what
do the
they filled
5-day
out.
hearing. It's in November 11th.
November
19th.
November 19th. Yep.
What does everything happen on the 19th?
That's a weird coincidence, huh?
I know.
So November 19th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay. Judge signed it there.
Okay.
This goes through the entire thing. You get all this.
Okay.
Goes through exactly what I just read you.
Yeah.
And then something that sticks out here that wasn't on the other one. Have him stop talking about me on social media. So you gotta keep his name out of your mouth.
Yeah, I'm not
All
gonna
right.
say it.
And this goes through. It's all signed. He wrote his stuff here.
Who was the one that signed it though? I don't think it was Forrest.
I don't think Forrest.
I think it was the
I don't think
female
Forrest
judge.
is the same one.
Yeah, I can't recognize that signature, but I'll make sure you have my promise to the gentleman. He will not. His name will not come out of my mouth.
Very
So.
good. So yeah, again, you get a copy of all this.
Yeah.
All right, is there any questions in regarding
Nope.
any of this? Are you
I-
confused by any of it? Now's the time to ask.
I will abide by the terms and the covenants like a gentleman should. So. Otherwise, if this is a protection one. You violate this, you're gone.
Yeah, you get arrested.
Yeah.
So if you violate any of these, and we have reason to suspect that you violated any of these, you'll get arrested. Okay?
I have bigger fish to fry.
Oh,
But
that's
on this, a quick question: where's his residence? 17 Lamson Street.
It looks like it because it says
Yeah, that's
it
perfect.
says homeless. So
Oh, homeless.
that's what it says.
I wish it was 17 Lamson Street because I
Well.
have proof he's not there.
Well,
But
says
yes,
homeless.
like I said, I'm going to stay away from him. If I see him in the street, I'm going to turn the other way,
Yeah, good.
run if I have
and,
to.
and in here it says, other than home and work, are there any regular places defendant spends time or may go in avoiding service? 100 nights parking lot.
Okay.
So
Is that me or him?
that's where he is. So like
Okay.
this outlines here, 300 feet, and you can't go a place where he may be.
Yeah. I mean, the worst case scenario, I have a meeting because I have that protest, obviously, because of Jeff Nash, and that's all over by the city.
Yep.
I'll do the 5-day hearing and then have it, if I start on Monday, which is tomorrow, 5-day hearing would be Friday. So I'll quash
Yeah,
this.
and
pretty
you
quick.
can apply for that.
You've dealt with maybe 1,000 or more of these. You know how these things go. So
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta abide by whatever the judge agrees to. Okay.
you like I tell these kids, they're lucky they don't have this one. But you mess around with these, the judges don't play.
No, they really don't.
You want to go to jail? Yeah, they'll send you. How you doing? They'll send you to jail real fast. But do you need me to sign some stuff or?
No. I
And
don't
I'm-
believe so.
Yeah, good. Ooh, I like that. 210. Yeah. Wow.
Well, that's what your license is, right?
I know.
220.
I'm really like 246. I'll go for 210. I like not being
Whatever.
fat.
That's fine. I'm just gonna write here.
Oh yeah.
You got any scars, marks, tattoos?
I have a scar on my shoulder.
Right shoulder?
Yeah, a very identifiable scar. I went through a window in a fight.
Oh, there you go.
Guy threw me through, like grabbed my hand, threw me through a window, and then the guy pulled a gun on us, and I beat him up. But it wasn't. It was my only charge I've ever got. It was a disorderly kind of drunken brawl. It was a withhold adjudication. I'm like they all think. They all think I'm a felon. I just got that. Literally, I spent like 5 years without a license.
Well, looks like you're making steps in the right path. right?
Yeah, I got my brother's truck back there. I just haven't driven it. You know, I was irresponsible as a driver in Miami, so that's why I haven't driven.
Do you know anything?
It's not in my name. It's in my brother's
That's
name.
fine. Do you know?
But put an S10, tan S10 2001. I don't know. We can go back there if you want to see the plates on it.
That's fine.
Yeah, but it would be registered.
It's over in Wall Street lot.
No, it's right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
I
don't-
can show you the plates. It's in
It's
park.
tan.
And it's in parking slot 31. So
No weapons involved. Are
No.
you married or anything?
single.
Single.
I wish it was married.
Divorced. There's not one for that, so it says underneath actually. So that is it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
sir.
just make sure that you abide by this, please.
Oh, no, this-
So we don't meet again.
Yeah, this easiest thing is what I'm going to do. He's given me the perfect opportunity. He has to appear before a judge. He has to explain why he's not at 17 Lamson Street, where he's supposed to be reporting to every night. So, and he's put it in the documentation. He's sealed his case like Michael Hitchcock's going to do it with the thing that he gave me, which you're the perfect guy to ask. Okay, so now I have this. If I want to go with this thing.
I wrote you that.
No, I know. So when I want to go to contest it, I just go to the clerk and say, I want a court date for this on that day.
All the instructions are here. So
Oh, okay.
plead not guilty. So you check this off. You bring
Okay.
this in, and then they'll assign you a court date.
Okay.
So that's how you plead. So you again plead not guilty, or plead no con, whatever.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the same thing.
And
It's
just
the
give it to
same.
them, and they'll give it.
Yeah, and they'll set everything up. You'll get a notice of hearing and all that stuff.
Well, I'm going to be a man like I told you. I'm going to plead not guilty. I'm going to get you guys on the stand. I'm going to get Kid Talk on the stand. Then I'm going to plead guilty and take my day in jail.
Well,
Two-
there's no jail time.
I'd like to ask for jail time.
Well, you
It's
can
to
if
set
you
an
want.
example. You have to set an example. And the nephews and nieces in this town can't get drunk like I am. And that was a dumb move. A quick question, if I had that empty, would I have gotten in trouble if it was empty or no? See? That little kid was distracting me. Damn it. Not Jeff, but the other kid. But I haven't drank outside since then. It's a lesson well learned.
Well, that is a start, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do. We change behavior.
Yes.
Right.
If I am trying to hold people to a high standard, officer, I need to hold myself to it too. So
That's right.
I'm just glad it wasn't this crazy Jessica Chase and Jody Hood trying to get one, because I was like, oh, they're going to kick me out of my apartment, blah, blah, blah. But, basically what I'm doing with the David Ellis thing has me totally occupied between that and schoolwork between now and Friday anyway. So I don't really have any time for 100 Nights. But what I'm going to do is I had a protest scheduled to be next to 100 Nights. I'm just going to do it in Central Square instead.
It's probably
So,
smart.
Yeah, I'll just do it there. I'll get more people and it'll be less shady, because every time I've gone there, they're always calling the cops. Well, obviously you know.
You know.
You guys don't need the aggravation, nor do I.
It is what it is. We get calls, we respond, right?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, that is it. Okay.
All right.
So there's your copy there. All right. Please just.
I'll abide by it. A man's only as good as his word. You know
That's
that.
right.